Munir Kazmir is an American Jew. He changed his name from Munir with an I to just Munir Kazmir after becoming an American citizen in 1991. His dad is Youssef, a Muslim from a rich family. They owned a lot of properties and farms outside of Lahore. He studied law in London and joined a Pakistani diplomatic corporation. He was a secretary in the embassy of Syria when he met Munir's mom, Sheila Hakim, the daughter of a prominent Jewish family in Aleppo. They owned a jewelry business. Throughout the 1950s, life for Jews throughout the Muslim world deteriorated. After Israel was founded a year later, Syrian Jews were traveling abroad or practicing their professions. Youssef sent Sheila a lot of gifts, so they finally got married. Sheila married him because he was so smart-looking, well-dressed, and he charmed her. They had a Muslim ceremony for their wedding with little witnesses. They went back to Pakistan within a few weeks. Youssef lied. He was actually married and had 5 kids, but Sheila was pregnant now. She always cried. Youssef drank and went to other wives sometimes. In 1959, when Munir was 3, Sheila took him to Syria with her family. She went back to Pakistan with Youssef. After 18 months, Sheila took Munir back when her parents decided to move to Lahore with their daughter and grandson. The Hakim settled down in a Jewish community in Anarkali section where they opened a jewelry store selling Syrian-made items. Munir was not comfortable at home. His dad's mom was often there, dressed in traditional, loose-fitting Pakistani clothes, carrying a walking stick, and had a deep grudge against his mom, Sheila. Sheila liked pants and short-sleeved shirts, and her mother-in-law was scandalized. She called Sheila kafir, an Urdu word for infidel. Munir had no respect to his dad because he always lies. He said he was going out of town, but he was going to see another wife, and he beat his mom. Munir always had a siesta at his mother's grandparents' house. The grandpa would read them endless tales from the Bible about Jewish heroes and taught him a lot about Judaism. Munir's formal schooling began at Cathedral School, and then he went to the University of Punjab in King Edward's Medical School. 1984, Munir completed his medical residency at a hospital in Rawalpindi and planning to go to London for advanced training. He had enrolled and paid his tuition. Before his course began in fall, he took a summer vacation in America and never went back to London. He settled down in Brooklyn. He went for an interview for an unpaid internship at a hospital in White Plains in Westchester County, just north of New York City. At the hospital, he felt that some of the staff was treating him bad, and so he needed to pay some of his interns to finish the task he'd been assigned. A rabbi in Brooklyn tried to introduce him to Iranian girls, but he resisted. He proposed to a woman who worked in a dentist's office in White Plains. She cooked him good food. The marriage was on the rocks within a month. She ended up filing for a divorce. She was smoking and dating other guys while Munir worked late hours. After his marriage crumbled, Kazmir applied for medical positions in Texas. When he attends an interview in Austin, he approached a Muslim girl who grew up in Pakistan, Aisha Farhid. He got her number and gave her a call. He then went back to New York. They started to talk on the phone for hours and hours. He accepted an unpaid job in Houston, finally, because he wanted to be close to her. They got married in 6 or 7 months. She was very rich. She bought him a car after they got married. They can't have a baby because Aisha is Muslim and Munir is Jewish. Aisha had a miscarriage from the religious stress. Aisha wanted to return to London where she had family. She did not want to stay in America where she needs to get up early in the morning and cook. Aisha pregnant again, and the couple fought. The twins were born in January 1989. When the girls Husna and Sudes were 1 month old, Munir came home one day to find his family was gone. Menard moved back east and finished training at Beekman Hospital in Manhattan and got a job at a nursing home in New Jersey, taking care of patients during the night shift. He opened his own agency and approached hospitals asking for contracts. His firstborn was in Bayonne. His wife read about his success from the newspaper and came back to him. Aisha never converts to Judaism, and now they have another girl and boy named Sima and Abraham. Several hospitals that owed Meir went into bankruptcy. He closed down the business. He opened a second company, Quality Home Care Providers, which supplies equipment for homebound patients. He started another business, which is home delivery of prescriptions, which is called Direct Meds. Hebrew concept of tzedakah means righteous action and is a concept of Menur's life, and he knows the importance of education.